because sometimes we put our selfish interests, like the people who sit at the SHA board have been doing, before the interest of Kenyans. And that is why we continue to say and also ask the president that even though we have come to an agreement and the issue of SHA is being sorted, there is need to relook into the people who are actually implementing the policies in that SHA board.
Comrade Power!
Power!
Comrade Power!
Power!
Thank you. My name is George Gibore. I am the General Secretary, Kenya Union of Clinical Officers. I think we call you purposefully to update you on the development pertaining to the strike notice by the clinical officer, to the strike that has been going on by the clinical officer. Today being day 3, it's good to say that we had we had announced a 14 days strike notice, which commenced last Monday, that's on 20th. And we have had several meetings with the Council of Governors and also the Minister of Health. We, on the first day, which was on 14th of this month, we had a meeting at the Council of Governors. Parties which were present was the Minister of Health, the Council of Governors, and also the Social Health Authority and the Clinical Officers Council together with the union. We made several resolutions in terms of how to address the issues that we raised on the strike. And the first issue was on the Social Health Authority, where there was directive or rather orders or agreement that were made to direct the Social Health Authority to empanel clinical officers' facilities that are registered under the Clinical Officers Council without going through any other entity, and also the professional to practice in accordance to their qualification without using anyone's registration number. I think that was not implemented immediately. It led to this strike now that began on 20th. On the issues of the return to work, we also had made a resolution in terms of the matters that are national on the UHC and the Global Fund people, that the Council of Governors together with the Minister of Health fast track or rather come up with the framework to engage Treasury to provide funds for purpose of putting them or rather transitioning them to permanent and pensionable term, because we allege that we have been raising the issue that they are being discriminated and the terms that they are working in is discriminative in nature, and they are being paid peanuts. So therefore, on that two issue, and also the CBA, we had the issue with the Council of Governors, where they had directed that we negotiate with the respective counties, despite the previous agreement that we had on the return to work last year. They had directed that we go and negotiate with the respective counties. In our resolution, one of the resolutions we made on 14th was clear that the Council of Governors was to establish a team that will negotiate on behalf of the 47 county to realize a CBA for the clinical officer within 21 days. So today, why we call you here is to communicate that the first item on the Social Health Authority has been fully resolved, because now all the facilities that had been excluded have been included in the Social Health Authority system, and that has been ongoing. Today, I know they are still working on the professionals whom have not also all of them been included. And also, they have included or rather interlinked to the system by the Clinical Officers Council to ensure that whichever is happening at the Clinical Officers Council, it can be able to be interlinked with the digital superhighway system, that now they are able to facilitate everyone without who is qualifying today to continue practicing. So that item has been fully resolved. 2, on the issues of the return to work, as we agreed yesterday, we had a meeting with the chair for labor and social welfare, that's Honorable Sakaja, who is the governor for Nairobi, and they sent us a formal request that we consider giving them 21 days to negotiate the CBA together with the team, centrally, with the team that they forwarded, or rather appointed the other day. So they also requested that they fast track the issues of the Global Fund people who have not been paid their salary for the last 7 months. And now they had their first meeting with the Minister of Health and also Treasury to try and resolve that issue yesterday. And they briefed us that they are progressing well to resolve that matter. So again, they want 21 days to conclude that issue. On the issue of the UHC, they are yet to have the next meeting, but also this matter will be addressed under the team that has been put together by the Council of Governors to resolve this issue. All those communiques, we have been able to receive them, and we subjected those requests, to our advisory council, and the advisory council have considered that position, that we give the Council of Governors 21 days to be able to realize the CBA. So therefore, the main purpose here is to say that we hereby suspend our strike for the next 21 days. And I must clarify that 21 days begin Monday, because Monday will be the first day when the team will be meeting. So then we give them 21 days from the first day of meeting. And then we expect that within 21 days, we'll have concluded the just few clauses that were remaining on the CBA, and also to finalize on the issues of the Global Fund, and also inclusion, or rather ensuring that the money to guarantee transition of the UHC to permanent and pensionable is also captured on the ongoing budgetary process. I think that is the main communication, but also we deliberated as the ADC on the issues of the interns. We have communicated to the ministry today, because we have lapses where a number of interns, close to 3,000 now, have not been posted because of the previous issues that we had. And these are problems that are occasioned, or rather are orchestrated by the ministry by not acting as it should be. So therefore, we have again today forwarded our demand that we want these people to be posted for internship immediately, so that we do not have the similar situation that we had with the interns. I think that is our communique. I will allow maybe the Madam Treasurer to mention something, and if at all there will be any question, we can be able to take. Sam.
So, good afternoon.
Sorry, I'm reminded of one thing, that when we had the ADC, we made very clear agreement, or rather decision, that we are excluding specific counties that have specific issues which are county-based, and this county include Lamu, it includes Kwale, Vihiga, and Uasin Gishu. So those counties are not subject to this suspension. But also, we have also made a deliberate decision in terms of those who are also hostile and are difficulties. They are not implementing the agreement that we had previously and in the proper manner that we expect. The first one is Kakamega, Bungoma, Nyandarua, Kirinyaga, Kisumu, Kiambu, Homa Bay, Nyamira, Mandera, Garissa, Tharaka Nithi, Laikipia, Isiolo, and Marsabit. And again, it will shock you that also the the National Referral Hospital, that's KNH, is also included in this list. These are the entities that we are putting on notice by virtue of not adhering to the return to work that we had. And actually, they have not done anything. So we are going to give specific counties their notice for 7 days or 14 days as members shall agree, so that we commence an industrial action in those specific counties. For the one that I have mentioned, they are already going on, and we are not stopping them until they are fully handling. But we want to commend some of the counties that have already implemented our return to work, partially because none of them have been able to fully complete, starting from here, Nairobi, Murang'a, Machakos, among other counties that have actually made their attempt. So therefore, the issue like what we have mentioned in KNH, KNH is notorious putting people on punitive terms of engagement, that's contracts, and there have been some agreement on how to harmonize those terms, but they have chosen not to. So therefore, we are going to take issue with them individually. Thank you. Ashira.
Sasa si washasema yote na sijasikia wamesema nini. My colleagues, the unionists and the members of the fourth estate, good afternoon. My name is Wachira Peterson, na kwa leo tuko hapa kusema ya kwamba tumeweza kuelewana, tumeweza kuitikia mwito wa waziri wa afya na pia wale viongozi wa baraza ama kongamano la magavana, Council of Governors, ambao wametuomba muda wa siku 21 ndio tuweze kuketi chini kumalizia mkataba wa jumla ama CBA. Pia kwa serikali za ugatuzi tuweze kukua na mambo ya promotions, redesignations, mambo ya medical cover, mambo pia ya uajiri chini ya kandarasi na mambo ya UHC yakiweza kuangaziwa, na ndio baada ya siku 21 tutaweza kurudi na kuangalia. Lakini ningetaka niseme kitu kimoja. Sisi hatujamaliza mgomo, tumesitisha kwa wiki 3 na tuko na nguvu na tuko na uwezo wa kurejea kwa mgomo. Tunausitisha ndio tuweze kukua na maongezi kama vile serikali ama waajiri wetu wameweza wakatuuliza, na kwa sababu tumekuwa na maelewano hapo mbeleni na wakakosa kuyatimiza. Wasipotimiza haya kwa siku 21 tutakuwa tunarejea kwa mgomo, lakini hatutaki hayo. Kwa sababu mambo mengi ni mambo ambayo hata kwa wiki moja ama wiki 2 tunaweza tukamaliza, na yale makubaliano ambayo tuko nayo ambayo yameweza yakasajiliwa kotini, sio mambo ati tunaenda kufanya negotiation. Tunaenda tu kuangalia vile tutaweza kuhakikisha ya kwamba yanatekelezwa, ndio maafisa tabibu wafanye kazi vyema, na la muhimu Mkenya wa kawaida aweze kupata afya na kwa njia iliyo bora. La muhimu pia niseme ni kwamba mambo ya SHA kwa kiwango fulani yameweza kutatuliwa na yameanza kutatuliwa. Tumeona kuna zile facilities kadhaa ambazo zimeweza kukua empaneled, na tumeweza kurudishwa pia kuweza kuona wagonjwa kupitia bima ya SHA. But I must say that it's very unfortunate that we have to go on demonstrations, we have to go on strike for the government to just do something that is very logical, something that is in the law and in the policies. And this is why sometimes Kenyans lose confidence in the people who have been put in positions, because sometimes we put our selfish interests, like the people who sit at the SHA board have been doing, before the interest of Kenyans. And that is why we continue to say, and to also ask the president, that even though we have come to an agreement and the issue of SHA is being sorted, there is need to relook into the people who are actually implementing the policies in that SHA board. Because if people with full understanding can make policies that sabotage the health of Kenyans, those people do not deserve to sit in those positions, and they should be removed. And we look for Kenyans who can be able to do that job and who can be able to help this country to deliver universal health coverage. So we are suspending the strike for 21 days. We are not calling off. In this period, we expect that we are going to have concluded and registered a collective bargaining agreement. Each and every county will have used the new career guidelines to promote, to redesignate, and to place clinic officers where they are supposed to be. We are not going on a negotiation in terms of those things. We are going on an implementation framework because we already negotiated. We have a return to work agreement registered in court, and we believe within that time we should be able to conclude so that we do not have to go on strike again and disrupt health for Kenyans. Thank you.
Asante. Maswali
Asante.
imeeleweka? Yes. Kwa sasa nataka nianzie wale ambao tumesema wataendelea kwenye mgomo, na nikataja kwamba Vihiga, Lamu, Kwale, na nikaongeza Uasin Gishu. Kwa sasa wako bado na majadiliano, na kama hawatakuwa wameelewana this evening bado wataendelea na hayo na mgomo. Kama Vihiga walianza mgomo kabla hata tujaanza hii yetu ya kitaifa, na mgomo huu uko siku yake 38. Kila facility in Vihiga is fully grounded. Hakuna chochote ambacho kinachoendelea. Na pia ukiona Lamu, kila kitu imefungwa. Hospitali zote ambazo ni za gatuzi zimefungwa. Ukiona Kwale pia yote imefungwa. So ni aibu kwamba bado tunaendelea kukinzana kwa masuala ambaye ni straightforward, ambayo wanatakiwa kuwa wanatekeleza, ambayo tumekuwa tukiongelea mwaka jana yote tukaongelea, na huu mwaka yote bado tunaanza mwezi wa kwanza tukiwa tunajadili the same thing. So members in those respective counties are not willing to condone, or rather to continue waiting for longer, because they are being disadvantaged. Na nimesema zingine zile ambazo nimeorodhesha majina wale wako affected kama Kenyatta. Ninajua walikuwa wamesema wanataka tukue kwa maongezi, lakini bado baada ya kuwa wameona ministry not to engage wakarudisha hiyo mpango ama hawakuweza kutekeleza. Basi ndio maana tunasema wao ndio wamekiuka zaidi makubaliano tuliyokuwa nayo, hawajaweza kutekeleza chochote. Na nikawekamo pia gatuzi kama Marsabit, Isiolo, Laikipia, Tharaka Nithi, Garissa, Mandera, Nyamira, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua, Bungoma, Kakamega, among others. So hizo tumesema hivi, tunaenda kuwa na mjadala na watu wetu. Iwapo kufika kesho watakuwa wale ambao tutakuwa tumeshakubaliana, tutatoa ilani mpya ya mgomo, kwa sababu wao ndio bado hawajaweza kutekeleza chochote kufuatana na makubaliano tuliyokuwa nayo mwaka uliopita. Na kwa sasa kwa sababu watu wetu walikuwa hawajafanya uamuzi, ndio maana tukasema tunawaweka on notice. Na haitakuwa ajabu kwamba kufika kesho maybe tutakuwa tunatoa notice kwa Marsabit, Isiolo and other counties that we have mentioned. Asante.